Good morning, Meg. I hope you're having a lovely day. I hope everyone is having a lovely day. Yeah, I'm doing good. It is a Friday, isn't it? Got a nice weekend planned. I have, well, to be fair, I actually really need to give either my car or another car a clean. I have to clean cars. I also need to clean my room. Weekends are always fun. You get to sort of sit back and watch the world go past. Yeah, I'm looking forward to today. All of the planning which I've done should come quite nicely, hopefully. Car cleaning is a tough addiction. It is. I've it is an addiction, but I've managed to put it off for so long, and my car looks awful. It really needs a clean. To be fair, it needs a clean outside and inside. Right, let us begin. Oh, we are in focus. Wow. It nearly went out of focus then. Yeah, car cleaning is quite fun. It's quite therapeutic, especially the interior for me. The interior, I really enjoy cleaning. Right, so is this still running? Okay. Do I leave this running? Hello, Zetro. Yeah, I'm going to leave that running. I have enough plutonium now. I have a decent supply of radon. That's been running. I've been leaving the server running. Loads of stuff smelted. All of the vanadium gallium. This is for global power. More titanium. Certainly a good springtime activity. Probably, yeah, it is. It is. Save all of the car. Over winter, I end up just not cleaning my car. I tried to get in one clean for my car before, like, early winter, before it starts getting really cold. And then I'll end up just avoiding it over the entire of winter. Right, 13. Motors, that's the goal. 13. I'm so low on neodymium. I really, really need to make the tier 1 rocket. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. I do not want to misclick because this is the last of my neodymium. 4 conveyors. Okay, I don't have enough. Ah, so painful. Hello, Nomsy. I'm gonna have to go exploring, I think. I did a little bit of exploring this morning. I'm really starting to feel the neodymium shortage. Yeah, I'm doing okay. I've been enjoying quite a bit of Money Factory over the over the entire week, actually. Outside of streaming, I've been a lot of playing of Money Factory. Okay, I'm committed to doing this. 1, 2, 3, 6 workstations. My best recommendation, rainbow cactus. Rainbow cactus is the easiest. This is the rainbow cactus farm. Actually, if I hover here, it produces all 16 dyes. If I just stand here. Oh, that's all 16. I would highly recommend this if you want all of the dyes. Rainbow cactus. And it's really easy to make. It's actually not too big of a rabbit hole. I think it's the easiest rabbit hole for some of them. For some of the research. What is that? Thormic bases. Yeah, so it's up here. This rainbow cactus. Honestly, yeah, I would suggest this for dye farming. There is obviously, you do have the Botania flowers, but this one just produces the dyes. You don't need extra processing for it. And also, as a side note, do not forget to place loads of time clocks nearby. It's really easy. It is really easy to get. Only a couple of bits of research, no warp, and then just a Thorncraft Crucible recipe, really. Still making workstations. Oh, I never checked if that had better not have maintenance. Okay. You're fine. Honestly, the farms which I've made, these are among the best farms using magic. This is passive glowstone. I'll give you a rundown of everything. So, passive glowstone. This one's passive sugar and sugarcane. Passive lapis. Obviously, I've got saplings and then the rubber logs. This one's passive redstone. Blocks of redstone. And then this farm here produces endstone soul sand, netherrack obsidian, sand, and what else? Saltpeter, nether quartz, coal dust, tungstate, and platinum metallic powder if you process everything from that farm. So that's an even better setup to have on passive. Right, chemical bath. It's a really good thing to have set up, though. That I spent, I want to say, a couple of weeks setting all of that stuff up. It's well worth the infrastructure, though. And for just for the endstone, that gives tungstate before having to go to Mars. That's so expensive. Okay, I guess I need to go exploring then, because there's one more machine I need. I want this laser engraver, so I only need one piece of neodymium. I'm going to be setting up a lot of auto crafting stuff. I want to be able to make the pattern, if I can spell it correctly, pattern capacity cards. I want to be able to start requesting them, and for them I need loads of EV machines. Right, and then this is even more painfully for a molecular assembler. Why did I actually need a molecular assembler? So that I can start requesting RS latches and all of the Project E stuff. Project Red? Right, I do want to place this right in the middle. Okay, I only need to encode a couple of patterns then. Let's go for the RS latch. There they are, all of the glowstone plates. Repeating those recipes. Continue my way into LV, or should I upgrade my Steam infrastructure so the recipes become easier to maintain? Hold on, let me just reread that. Ah, better. Loads of patterns. Yeah, I would say I would stick with the Steam until you can get a better power generation setup. Yeah. Yeah, the railcraft boilers. Are they full size? Railcraft boilers. I'd suggest doing Steam because these two boilers which I made, this carried me until high voltage. I know JJ Fireblast, he uses Steam. He uses Steam a lot more than I do. Like, he did a Steam only run. Yeah, you do. You will need it for the first power gen. Unless you don't want to do Steam for the first power gen, but it's sort of recommended. RS latch not gate. What else? think they're the first things. in the Steam Gate one. Alright, let's just pop that off there. The Steam Gate does look fun, to be fair. Especially, they have the wireless steam hatches. Oh wow, really? That only take... Okay. That's going to take a... Okay, let's take the mods out. I haven't played the Steam Gate yet. I did go in there just to have a look, just to see what was actually going on for it. Okay. This is honestly so painful for me. I need neodymium. I do not have a tier 1 rocket, and I'm not prepared to do a tier 1 rocket just yet. So I need to go exploring. Oh, what was that biome actually called? I have done Stab Aloe Farm. Where am I? There I am. Suppose I could head over here. Yeah, I don't know of any other ways to get neodymium. Neodymium is, well, especially without the blood magic Mark of the Falling something. Mark of the Falling Tower, the one which spawns the meteors. I have actually just done that that much exploration. Yeah. I remember I went exploring so that I could look for the division sigils. I've done so much. I have done so much exploring. Like even up here. Yes, because some of the stuff, like the division sigils, for instance. Oh, and to get an enchanting table. Oh yeah, there is that, isn't there? I remember you saying that for the loot games. That is a Skystone meteor. Right, so there's one particular structure which I am looking for. They do. To be fair, it's a lot easier once I've got some form of flight. What even is? I'm sure that you can get neodymium ore from that meteor ritual. I know. Apparently, the thing which I'm doing is taking advantage of the no rocket run, even though I'm not strictly doing a no rocket run. Honestly, this is actually very tempting to do this, because then I wouldn't need to go to the moon. if I did all of the blood magic stuff. And it would also make me, like, I'd actually have to do some of the stuff which I tend to not do, like blood magic, for instance. Well, yeah, and you can pretty much automate it. Worth the effort. I mean, I should really do it anyway because it is just an easy way to get some resources. Like, I even want to say, yeah, you can get nether star ore in this. A firestone lens gives nether star ore. Yeah, it would be. Oh my goodness, I need to do blood magic anyway because I want the frame of frenzy. I just remembered that's what I'm going to wait for until I do the bees. A bad mod. That's it's not the acronym, it's definitely blood magic. To be fair, I do quite like I do enjoy blood magic, yeah. Yeah, you would be able to. There's something which I never did. Right, I'm keeping an eye out. Pretty sure this is a hot desert. I guess you would be able to if you did blood magic, because that's where the potion is actually from. No, I do not want to go to the one behind me. Save yourself the headache. It's quite a big dip into blood magic, though. And I only need, like... At the moment, I only need one piece of neodymium to carry me to all of the machines I need. There we go. Different hot desert. Yeah, it would be. Come on, activate that. To be honest, I do quite like investments. Where am I? Where am I facing? There I am. Okay. I'm looking for the Thorncraft. There are Thorncraft dungeons which spawn. Just wait for the server to keep up or to catch up. there's one. These are what I'm looking for. I know that they are... It's not guaranteed to spawn neodymium, but I remember that they do contain it. It's pretty much just going to be RNG. How is this considered a hot desert? It's tiny. Which one is it? Oh, none of them ones. Oh, look at that. It spawned right next to an oil well. But yeah, hot desert right next to a snow biome. Yep, totally makes sense. Now that I know what I'm looking for, I'm sure the game is just not gonna generate them for me. That sounds about right. And then, yeah, and then immediately just disappears. Oh, yeah. That was something else which I was looking for. Amazing techno glasses. I still think the goggles are revealing look better. The fun thing, I think I could actually now do the Mobius unstable division sigil. What is that? Mobius stable division sigil? I was just looking for this music disc. Oh, there's a village with a half generator tower. This is going to do wonders for the world size. All of this exploring. They also have a chance to generate. Nope, nothing. Okay. I think all of the Thorncraft structures, they can actually generate the neodymium dust in the chests. Oh, that is another one. Under the ones with cobwebs, there is. Wow, really? Another one? Yeah, this is guaranteed. Oh, that was some gunpowder. This is a pretty... all of the fog. What am I? Hot desert. There we go. I want to say that hot deserts have the highest spawn rate for them, like dark magic structures. I can't think of what they're called. Oh, I did see that aluminium ore gravel is changing in 2.8 to zinc ore gravel. Fun fact about 2.8. And alumite is changing to obsonite. I think they're changing the name. These also have a really high spawn rate for these. What was that other one which I saw? Is there one up here? In the desert next to... yeah, it's deserts. Oh, I'll also take that name tag. Well, that's 4 in a row I've just encountered. Okay, make that 5. Finally. It's the only way for me to get neodymium before going to the moon. Makes me wonder if they actually have a... they have a lot of cognito in them. And I'm taking the holy water because that also contains aurum. Did I must have got a bucket from one of them chests. Right, that is all of the music discs. Yeah, if I want to go and do the Mobius Unstable Division Sigil, I can now do that. More importantly, though, I have a little bit of neodymium now, which I will use to make the laser engraver. I guess I could make... another battery buffer? So I need to change... I need to change that clean room. It's probably going to end up losing... It's going to end up losing the cleanliness. I'll just use it to make all into the rods. So I have a diode. I also have a battery buffer. Let's steal a couple of batteries from back here. I have cables to craft. So this will unlock the ability to craft. It's the engraved diamond chips. I got blocked by this laser engraver because I didn't realize. It has to be an EV recipe. What else does that actually change? What else will this allow? Oh, it is the CPU wafers. Okay, I'm down for that. Is that all I have in terms of blue alloy cables? That's not a lot. Right, you're doing fine. Okay, well, this is going to be changed. Let's have... Okay, well, that's going to be upgraded. Let's swap that out. Oh, they're platinum. Platinum's not too difficult. Although I would very much like the plat line. Yay, quantumize. Right, EV laser engraver. You know what, let's just disconnect all of this. Everything's going to be moved around now. Oh, you know what? Oh, I shouldn't have broken that. Oh well. I wasn't auto-crafting anything, so you'll be fine. Before I do that, okay, nothing is actually connected back there. So it shouldn't blow up. Hello, TrueLid. I have heard of a couple of people named Morgan. Yeah, bit of a random question. Well, do I have any spare plascrate? I don't know if I caught that fast enough. Hey, I did. Not going to blow up or not going to lose efficiency. Right, and then this is input side EV. Don't blow up in the clean room. So everything should have power again. Okay, that's more slots. So I'm hoping I need to re-encode that pattern. Still got the item circuit, got the engineering processor. This was EV assembler. It's quite a lot of circuits to craft, but I'd say this is going to be worth it. Oh, wait, hold on. I need to stop that machine. Clean room isn't clean. I'm definitely going to need to resend that craft. You're like 16% efficiency. That one can go. Whoops, I forgot about the clean room. Good old me breaking the clean room. Well, I guess I can leave this. Let it craft everything else. I guess, because I am waiting for the passing capacity cards. Where do I want to build this nuclear? The nuclear reactor. Actually, you know what? I could. I reckon this bit. Where would that be? This one? Oh, yeah. Okay, I need to work out. Okay, I've got that on a marker. Why 57? First point. Once again, 100,000 blocks. Everything which I end up doing with World Edit always equates to 100,000 blocks. Why is it that it always ends up that number? Or like an approximation of that number? Oh, I guess that... Okay. Open that up properly. Right, so the floor... I'm going to be super late, but can you not go and do 340? Five? Oh, wait, that is going to be facing down. $32. Yep, that's the one. Just so that mobs can't spawn. Honestly, I might even... Should we actually do the floor? I need to lower it anyway. That is a lot. If I hypothetically did this, I'm definitely going to do it. Is that going to interfere with anything? Hello, M18. If I just decide to do all of it. Well, I guess I'm about to find out. How you doing, M18? That feels weird, doesn't it? Right, I definitely need to do from that corner. You doing okay? Happy to hear. (991:4). Replace anything which isn't that with that. 7,000 blocks. Honestly, I don't think I should care about lighting up down here because I have night vision. I have night vision goggles. Like, I don't need to care about lighting under here. How weird does this feel? This feels very weird, the floor being that low. Right, I guess I need to actually build this room. It would help. I wonder if I can actually... I can actually predict where it's going to go. Don't think... Yeah, that's fine. Okay, that is... It'll be there. Oh, redo stack. Perfect. Oh, I completely forgot there's... Oh, I forgot to take these out of the backpack. That's nearly ready. So I think this is going to be the room where most of the power production is going to go for now. like the nuclear. I'm gonna have my supercapacitor in here once I eventually get that. Oh, that was 32, wasn't it? And then this one was, I want to say 64. Cool, and I will definitely be swapping the floor out here. 620:3. What color should I do? Actually, okay, I just had a random idea. Let's see if this will actually look good. So if I go wool and clay, wool and clay Venner, Crypt, and there's one more which I was thinking of. Right, I'll actually write this out in any height. Right, so it'll be, I think, I don't do this often. Percentage 25. No, 25%. 1175:7. Blackout theme with neon. I actually, after seeing the floor with these sea lanterns, I do really like it, but I don't like how bright this is. So I'm thinking about swapping out all of the fancy, the Tinker's Construct blocks. I want it to be darker with these lanterns. But I don't want the entire floor to be one block. I want it to be multiple blocks, roughly of the same color. Just to try it, I want to see if this will actually work. Five, 4:3. This is my world edit command. So I want to replace 620:3 with this string. I just want to. Okay, I'm definitely feeling You can get World Edit, but you do have to install it. It's not pre-installed. Right, I'm definitely feeling drop the corp. And yes, I was going to say, yeah, it's also not against Stargate rules using World Edit, but you're only allowed to use it for building purposes. I'm wondering maybe a checkerboard pattern now. I feel like this one stands out a bit too much. 2654:3. 2654:3. So if I remove that one, it was Crypt and Venom, which I like the look of together. 2655, 2665. That was a raid, wasn't it? Thank you, Eggsy, for the raid. Party of 22. I welcome everyone. How was your stream, Eggsy? How's GTNH going for you? That's the one. How subtle is that? Like, that is the most subtle I can possibly make it. Like, you really have to be paying attention to the floor to realize that it's actually two different types. Yeah, I do actually quite like... I quite like the randomness to it. Actually, I like it so much, I'm gonna... Props while clean room walls come. Ooh, you getting the clean room set up? Clean room is a good milestone. I'm currently waiting for my clean room to actually become clean again, because I had to break it to install some higher tier machines in there. Oh, it's finally clean. Right, I really need to... Is there like a clipboard? I can't have the entire command there, can I? Although I do want a clipboard, actually. I really want to save the command. We're not offline. We're not offline server running moments. You're just waiting. Yeah, I'm just gonna make a new text document. I want to save that command because that is actually quite an important one. Now I really would quite like... I want to continue using the lights, but I want them to be something which I can easily replace instead of the architect blocks. The architect blocks, they don't do that well with World Edit. What crops are you going for, XZ? Oh, I do have... Remember neons? Neonite. I don't think neonite actually... Does neonite... Arc lamps? How difficult are the actual arc lamps? Oh, okay, they are quite late game. I could definitely justify doing that myself. Like, Desh, that's Mars. Yeah, it's pretty painful for just a light source. You did canola? Canola, slime plant, sugar beet, glow flowers, and ended while waiting for ender blooms to spread. They're like the go-to, aren't they? They're the first ones I'd make. Canola is for seed oil, slime plant for slime balls, sugar beet sugar, oxygen, glow flowers, glowstone, and then ender blooms are ender pearls. Ender pearls and eyes of ender, I believe. So yeah, they're quite worth it. 993. $1708. They don't have a border around them. I want something which has a visible border for it. Look at the metadata for this one. 31,000. World Edit won't be able to do that. $2730. What does this do? Computronics. Oh, I guess that's one of the computer craft ones, isn't it? I don't think any of the Z-Tone ones emit light. $565:7. See, these do. Five, 6, 1. I don't know. Not a fan of them. I guess, I reckon that will be okay. For now, at least. Right, let's get the... Those are what I probably should. Right, so if I plan this, that would be 4. To be fair, I could do them not centered. I could make that into 8 reactors there. I do kind of want to have MOX reactors too. And maybe that's how I do it. Trying to think of a design, something creative. Right, I reckon them capacity cards will need to be requested. Yes, I lost 3 circuits there. Wait, fuck. That's new. Oh, check out these pattern capacity cards. These are exactly what I want. What did I want to upgrade? That's no circuits. So let's go one in there. With all of them there. Okay, I'll actually be able to get these. This is what I really want. NT. So for the brains for this, I need an RS latch. It's either 1 or 2 NOT gates. As if, oh, that needs a ruby lens. Great. Okay, well, at least I have some exquisite rubies. And a lathe. And 2 timers. Okay. So I won't be able to have, I think it's a 5x5 around the reactor. Unless I had the vacuum freezers in the middle or underneath. I could do the vacuum freezers underneath, actually. You know what? Yes, that's what I'm going to do. These are for vacuum nukes, by the way. I intend on going crazy with them, and then I just need a little space so that I can actually build the breeder reactor. I'm thinking somewhere in this corner. Okay, so it's this section I need to make sure that I mark. So this is going to be a staircase eventually, so that you can actually, or so that I can come up from this area. So it's going to be these sections, technically. I want to have the reactors on display. I think it, well, I guess we'll find out when I superheat one. Well, that's going to be the design for these. Let's just shave these bits down, because they're not going to be this tall. Just so that I can build a roof over here. Close. 28 should be enough. Honestly, I love the stackability. Being able to stack like this. Okay, that is certainly weird. Okay. That was just a rendering thing. So if it's 5x5, reactor will be there. This is where I think the reactor will go. And then I can have the fuel reprocessing in this section. And then this section is going to be specifically for the vacuum nukes. Maybe even I could build them. I could build the vacuum freezers into the floor. Now that is a cool idea. I like the idea of that. Right, let's start making the breeder reactor then. Okay, well, I could definitely make some patterns for them. I'm just going to go straight for the reactor. I don't see a reason not to do this. Right, so I need 9 of these. Come on, plate. See, I can do that. Not sure about that. C2. Oh no, I do have a C2. Circuit 2 assembler. Lovely. Circuit 21 for the reactor chambers. That's going to be a little bit of platinum. Honestly, the biggest part is making the nuclear reactor. Honestly, I might just encode a recipe for that. They're circuit 21. Or I just manually, to be fair, I might just manually craft them. This is going to be a 1 It's going to be an investment, like the blood magic stuff, but this will be permanent. All right, this is silicone rubber. I've already nearly used all of the pattern capacity cards. See, these are so important. Polyphenylene sulfide foil. Thank you, Jim, for the raid. Party of one. How are you doing, Jim? How's your GTNH going? Got plates. Not sure why I have them. What am I missing, Piston? Been going well? What have you been up to? Okay, I've already got the motor. Oh, the auto crafting. Being able to auto craft things. Got a few things moved from base. The floating dark ore base. Ooh, this sounds very mystical. Yeah, I love AE. I cannot live without it. I think I'm doing priority 100 now. Come on. There we go. Then that I will temporarily set circuit 24. And then remove that pattern. So it is 18 advanced machine casings. Need another workstation. I can't even believe that I'm going to be able to build a reactor today. Sure, make 512 redstone alloy. So this is the setup which I figured out what to use, basically. So RS latch, timer, Not gay. I need a lever. Lever. What was the recipe for that? Oh, required. Okay. You're fine. Got to try to remember how to actually do this. That's how it works. It's a fun little circuit, this. So this is just a counter, basically. I think I actually have the noise from this muffled. Oh, that's because, yeah. What one is that? That's the one. And then this one is going to be the control signal. So it basically counts 1 second, switches the RS latch, and it will just continue doing this over and over again. This is how... Yeah, it is. It is a thing. It's really useful. This is how the vacuum nuke's going to be working for me. Because this is for the breeder, though, I mean, this will be a lot easier for everyone to actually understand once it's actually working. It's basically going to have a fuel cycle and the fuel, or not the fuel rod, the breeder rod cycle. Hello, Mini Enderman. So I think I also need an AND gate for this output line. Let's go and encode a pattern for that. This is also what I love about Project Red. Everything is so modular for the automation. Yeah, I just want the output line for this. Oh, actually, that needs to go into a NOT gate, doesn't it? So when this is on, it runs. It runs the cycle. There we go, one AND gate. New. That is actually, that's 60 seconds. You should be fine. So this is just going to be the extra check. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to make it all into the red alloy wires. I guess I could do with you're always cramped for space. Okay, that would work. Right, it's a bit messy, but this will now function. So if I increase the time to about 5 seconds, that will count 5 seconds, and then it will switch. So this one could potentially be, let's say that's the fuel cycle, this one's the rod cycle. So every 5 seconds, it will just change state. That's how this is going to work. So I have the vision of how the automation, the actual automation, because I never automated it the last time. Not properly, at least. And then this is a fail-safe, so when this is actually off, everything is turned off for it. Good fun. I love automation like that. Let's make it into a reality. Oh, you know what? I think... Oh, I could definitely do a pattern. Pattern for you, pattern for you. And I'm honestly not going to care about power output for this. I'm not even going to hook that up. I think I could also get away with that. Yeah, fuel reprocessing is going to be in the middle for this. Sunarium fuel rods. So mixer is definitely key. Glowstone I already have, so is helium. I just need to hook up the helium to the ME system. Bending machine? Probably the extruder. I remember that I had quite a few of these. I think I had 4 thermal centrifuges. Possibly need a higher tier furnace. Right, I'm going to go for a break now. Seems like a good enough time. We're roughly at the halfway point for the stream. So now is a good time if anyone wants to have a break too, have a stretch. I will be back in just a few minutes. Right, I'm back. Did I actually? I didn't set up a pattern for that. Okay, I'm going to set up a pattern. Since this is on the top of my head. And I think I do have a circuit 3. Oh, yeah. Request them. Okay, let's also request bars. Okay, you know what? Why not? 24 motors. Okay, I do have some stainless steel. What's the 8 industrial diamonds? I have some spare coal blocks. What about mixers? I have circuit 2, but I do not have circuit 1. I do actually have a spare mixer, so we'll set this to circuit 1. The C1. I have, yeah, I'll set up a pattern for that. Just save some time. 12, go. It'll take a little bit of time. Get the bars. This is also the same, this is the same reactor design that I used before. In my previous world. Right, so I need, it's 4 for each section, so it's 4 times 6 fuel rods, 24. How much lead is this going to be? How much copper is this going to be? 432. Three plus 24. 6 plus 48. Yeah, that is going to take a little bit of time. So these are the heat capacity platings. For the Sunarium, you want a lot of hull heat for an increased breeder reactor. Or it increases production, basically. And I intend on running this at 99% hull heat again. I'm hoping that this reactor won't have... I have not tested it in a test world. Okay. Nuclear reactor. I probably should test this. I suppose I can test it here, but just not put any hull heat in. So just run it without hull heat, just to make sure that it's not going to explode. It's probably a good idea. What are they? Fuel rods, cell-shaped iron ingots. Just so that I can complete the quest. Now, I really wouldn't mind being able to do that. Circuit 2. I wouldn't mind the auto crafting. There we go, nuclear reactor trophy. Also, how difficult are... So they're just advanced. I think I'll need 4 of these. Hey, at least I can actually start requesting the comparators. Bit of an item holder cover. Please, Shetus. Wait, there's an item holder cover? Oh my, there is an item holder cover, okay. Since when? Yeah, that's 40 seconds. So you don't have to switch out the machines. That's crazy, actually. I've never used these before. There you go. Could even do this pattern. Right, 4 Z logic controllers. It is. It is. There's so much stuff in it. Like the item holder cover, I didn't know about that. So if we just put that on the extruder. Oh my. Oh, okay, yeah, that's pretty cool. You can also drag it around. This is why streaming, a lot of people come in here. Thank you for pointing that out, Yannick. You watch me forget that all of these are in here. You just wait, I will end up forgetting. Oh, I wonder if I could actually... leave them in the chest. I think I have that set to auto pull. Well, yeah, it does. I'm missing aluminium. Are they miscalculated? Where did the aluminium go? Oh, I took out half of the amount, that's why. At least I can request these industrial diamonds. That's nice. Fully synthetic diamond. What else? Silver plates. Copper plates. Well, they industrial that. The new textures. Wait, is there a texture pack? I'm confused. Are there new textures? Wait, I'm the person who made the new textures. Yes, there are new textures. Forgot then. Confused. Still confused. I know that I did make a lot of the Ender texture sets. I was like, wait, hold on. This is just how easy I end up forgetting things. That was just the icon of how easily I forget things. Had me worried there, but I love that. So is there a texture pack? I guess I did see in the texture dev server that there was. Avatar there are out there. There should only be one. Last time I checked, there was only one. I really like them for consistency, which is why I made them. I know that a lot of other people may not like them. Right, that's one set of the components done. Yeah, you can always texture pack it just to remove them. Like the texture pack, I have another texture pack which I'm making. Still waiting on the copper. Machine limited item filters. Get them requested. Oh, you don't play with texture packs? Yeah, I like consistency. I should put that on my Discord. That should be like my how I'm feeling. I like consistency. And a lot of mod packs which I see are a little bit inconsistent with like integration materials. Like it's only integration materials which bug me, obsessively bug me. For instance, one which you said is energetic alloy. It doesn't look anything like the Ender IO, which is why I ended up making that one. To try to get it back to looking like the Ender IO. I'm looking forward though for 2.8. I'm looking forward to the blast furnace stuff. That's what I'm most excited for. The what are they? Emissive coil textures. Working the inconsistency out of the pack are devs and not texture artists. Yeah, but yeah. I'm looking forward to the coils. Yeah, textures are just as important. And they take so long. Like that that energetic alloy set, I sat here actually for, I want to say, about an hour, just trying things to try and get it to look properly. Different overlays, what else? It was overlays, the color theme, the actual color of the material, because you can also set that. That alone took a long time, and so did the vibrant alloy one. But and like yeah, I did. You could say I did force it out of my mind. Let's just make, I don't know, let's make like 32. I have another couple of ones which are on my mind. While we're on this topic, Draconium is one of them. I feel like that could do with an improvement. Meteoric Iron. That's Galacticraft's Meteoric Iron. This is the GregTech Meteoric Iron. I think that would go along with the Meteoric Steel. So that texture set would be used for that. So it would be for 2. Yeah, yeah, I'm at the moment I'm having a bit of a break because I did exactly that. I forced the energetic or the Ender IO texture sets to fix them or to finish them. I forced them out of me. Probably not the most sensiblest of ideas. You know, they were on my mind. Oh, that's another thing. Another thing which I'm looking forward to is the mod et future something. Sensors for some sort of update to the base machine textures. Yes. To be fair, I think that was yesterday. I was looking at the textures and I was just thinking to myself, the machine textures they definitely could do with they could definitely do with some work. Oh, I can actually let's control click that. Like all of the machine textures for me, this is my texture pack, which I made to try to get realistic colors for all of the machines. UMV. What's something... The circuit assembler is a good example. They're uncraftable at that tier, but I did the textures for these so that they're based off of the machine hull texture. And this is based off of the actual material item. Hey, I need to update that because space-time got lighter, didn't it? In the new update? Just random things which I'm noticing. And apparently I have not made a thermal centrifuge. Not a low voltage one at least. Or an electric furnace. Any more? No? Okay. What is this? Venner? We'll put that over there. What am I going to need? 8 amp. Well, that would be a 9 amp battery buffer. Even that would be better than... well, my opinion, even that would be better than just all being the grey colour. And slightly changing as the voltage tier gets higher, if that makes sense. What we're looking for. Where was it? That's 16. That one's 9. There it is. Right, so I do want to save the power which this produces. I intend on actually reusing the power which the reactor produces to power the reprocessing. Something else which I really want in, it will either be 2.8, 2.9, is the ore generation stuff. I saw that proposed on GT5 and I immediately got excited because it adds the stone types for all of the planetary like blocks. Yeah, I really want that in. It has, but it's been like that for a few months now, isn't it? Waiting on it to work on other stuff. I mean, I don't really, if I knew what I was actually doing, then I would try to get it ready, but I don't really know what I'm doing for all of the word generation stuff. Yeah, that's something which I'm definitely keen on. Not even for, like, if you macerate it, it will turn into the planetary stone dust. Not even for that, just for sort of cleanliness. Like, if you go exploring in world generation. I think all that's really needed is Curse of Crying Apple some more. I don't know about that, but that would definitely speed it along. I can't say that it wouldn't. Or it might speed it along. I need to step down all of the voltages from EV to high voltage. No, EV to low voltage. Yes, hello skeleton. Wait, why is there a skeleton in the base? Right, so what about... I guess the ceiling... The ceiling's gonna have something on the top, so maybe that could be where I control this from. That can be turning the reactor on and off. These two sides are going to be IO for Cyanarium fuel rods and the Thorium fuel rods. So let's make this bottom one power output. You know what, even a little bit of energy in that is quite useful. Let's get the flight potion. Easier to control. Yep, they're all rotated properly. Right, that's power output. Oh, I'm also looking forward to the mixin for Hodgepodge, which allows the reactors to be perfectly timed. That's also another thing which I'm looking forward to 2.8. If that's not enabled by default, I might enable that in the config because I want that. I don't actually know if I'll end up using it, but it will give me the option to have a perfectly timed vacuum nuke so it can have 100% uptime. Right, these do output glowstone. Let's just output it into the ME system. I'm going to be really lazy. Oops. No, don't. Oh, I've got to filter this like 4 more times. Oh, that's easier. Right click instead of left click. All right, we'll say that blue is going to be the return. I want to say I will only need to get the ME underneath here. What, this will be glowstone. And helium. Forget how they, oh, that's how they work. Too much money factory. Right, that should bring glowstone. Hopefully, yes, glowstone. Now, I'm sure that this is going to be a lot. Going to be a lot of conduits. I need to get this to go up into this tower. This is a long run for a cable. I'm gonna need more. Okay, yeah, I need another stack. Oh, that doesn't go anywhere. What am I doing? Acting like I'm tired, that's what I'm doing. Was that the mob farm, I'm guessing? There must have been like a lightning blaze in there. Right, that should draw some out and put it into the interface then. Oxygen. Oh, that is if there is enough channels. On that line. One there. Two there. Three. Yeah, there should be. Ah, helium. Oh yeah, let's also get, I don't know, like a stack of iron. What blue is the return? Okay, so let's do filter. That will be pure rods and glowstone. I won't say helium is the only fluid which is going to be on this line, but just to be safe, I'll still filter this. An area draws. But I actually, you know what? Go for draws on the front. So I think I'm going to want Sunarium as the output on the bottom. Yeah, buffer of the glowstone fuel rods in the middle, and then insert is going to be the thorium fuel rods on the top. That's a lot of... That's 36 lot. You know what? There. One stack. See how I went into the chest. Not used to the cover. You are taking 93 seconds each dense lead plate. Thorium fuel rods. Right, and I've just realized that this is actually going to have two outputs. The depleted fuel rods is going to be an output. So it will be Sunarium depleted fuel rod, and then the Sunarium rods at the top. All right, let's also backtrack. Let's do yellow for the glowstone fuel rod. Active with a signal. Okay, that's not gonna work. I think I will need to... I will need at least one facade there. So that's hidden. So this one, insert yellow. It is a specific channel, and then this will say extract orange. So I'm doing this deliberately to keep the channels separate. Only for the fuel rods and the glowstone rods, though. So that shouldn't actually be able to insert. Then what color represents thorium? Possibly... thorium. Thorium is quite dark colored, so let's do black for the regular thorium. And then gray for the depleted. Insert gray. Okay, actually, we'll swap these. Wait, what am I doing? I'm confusing myself. This one needs to be insert for the depleted. This one is extracting the non-depleted with a redstone signal. So I can create loads of spaghetti like this. And then I also need to get that spaghetti over here. That's okay. And then this one. I think I only want to filter the extract. The orange is depleted. The thorium is the depleted. Right. Where do I run? Oh, I could do with some covers. I don't like them connecting like that. Oh, okay. I need my flight potion. Just so that these don't connect to the conduits unnecessarily. Oh yeah, and I don't know why, but they also seem to connect to the only the Tinker's construct. Only that block, I believe. Which is equally as odd. Right, so I have this one is thorium. Extract on black. Yeah, this one's thorium output, so this needs to be connected to that one. Let the spaghetti wires begin. Oh, I should have brought that saw with me. Right, that's the thorium line. I guess I could run it to there. So I think I'm going to move that circuit down. I'm going to move it downstairs. That lead is nearly done. Oops. Let's get right in the center. What was it? Timer. Timer again, not gate. There you go. Then this just makes sure that the lever has to be on. And then the output for this one was fed back. Like that. Let's just move things a little bit closer. Also get another lever, I think. Oh. Come on, where's it? There we go. Gonna need some more framed rad alloy wires. So I do kind of, I want to build a bit of a controller there. With some proper lamps. So I want a lever in the middle, definitely. A lever, not a lever. Or both. And then I think on the top of these, just so that you get a visual idea of how actually everything works. (565:15). Four. Go like that. Oh, that is, okay, that is lined up. I'm gonna need more of these. And a saw. I'm making progress though, very slowly. It's nearly ready actually. Oh, create a flight again. It's currently you shouldn't be. Stop that. Do these turn? Are they actually lighting up? Okay, they don't look like they are. I think these might be too close. What did I do? I said black was... Black is going to be the thorium. 15. 10550. Find out if this works. No. Okay. I'm gonna have to make them then. Yellow? Oh yeah, and let's also go for a green colored one. Okay, it really doesn't matter. We'll do do it like that. Right. Do you... That's actually perfect. So that is the cycle. You can see it. So this is a good indicator for what that automation down below actually does. Might actually swap that for green. What other color could represent the reactor being on? I know that it's green. Red is like danger. Light blue. So you know what? Yeah, light blue. Oh, finally all of them lead plates have finished. Right, 22 is for the reactor plating. And that is lead plus the advanced alloy. There you go. So blue is on, green is thorium, and then yellow is the sunarium. So it's basically just checking, really, what this is doing. What else? I will probably need more of these, so... Oh, I definitely need more. Let's just, yeah, let's just make all of them. So what's where? The extraction is that one. I can also use this. I couldn't use it to fill it. Maybe I might want to actually add a failsafe. So that it doesn't go and fill up with Cenarium fuel rods. The cycles work properly. The cycles work properly, but if the fuel rods run out, it will end up replacing them. How would I go about... It would replace them with the Cenarium fuel rods. Well, they take also a really long time. Emits signal for total storage. I feel like a storage bus would be able to do it. I need to basically run a check on the reactor. So if the fuel rod, if it doesn't have any fuel rods to replace or to be replaced, it doesn't turn on, or it doesn't try to extract them, which would be this one. Thinking, what about that redstone? Emits signal for least full slot. If this emits for the total storage, how great is soul sand? I'm wondering if this would be able to read it properly. If I put a downgrade up, yeah, just a downgrade actually. A downgrade upgrade. Just a downgrade. Okay. How did that turn this on? Hold on. Let's just disconnect that. I thought I had this set active with this. Oh, of course. So this is currently forcing that on. Total storage. I'm guessing. Let's put this back. That has a power of 1. Okay, that's so. Possibly a redstone conduit would fix that. Oh, you're still outputting a redstone signal. That's so annoying. I don't want it to output a redstone signal because it has... Well, I do. I don't want it to immediately output. What other ways? You're outputting a signal of 1. Oh, that could be how I do it. Another. Yeah, automating this a little bit complicated for some of the sections. Okay, let's do a test. Downgrade redstone, put that in. I want this to output a redstone signal if there's nothing. Possibly, what would that be? Okay, that's outputting a redstone signal of 2. So what is the threshold? Then let's bump that up. Okay, so 10 items. This has just made the fuel even more complicated. I reckon I need an AND gate. And a NOT gate. That's 12. Have I calculated everything correctly for the... oh, it was the copper, wasn't it? There you go. Okay, let's put that there. So I reckon it needs to be no not gate for this one. So if it's over, it will be 10 items. I need to make some more. We'll make some more. More fuel rods. Two, three, four. So I need 10 more. Okay, on that conclusion, do I have any more item conduits? So if there's going to be a wall on this block, could have the drawers there. Let's keep the inputs on this side. Then outputs will be there. I know this requires a redesign. Could make that bit a little bit bigger, actually. So you shouldn't be outputting a redstone signal. So this is the fail-safe. So it won't stop the reactor from running, but it will allow the fuel rods to deplete inside the reactor to basically consume them, and it will leave the depleteds in there. So this will just... It needs to stop the thorium line. Which is... this one. What did I say? So it's this one. This one's going to be the thorium. Right. Orion, this one. Oh, that's still a... Oh. I can't stop the item conduit from actually seeing this. Unless I use the transvector interface. Is that a detour which I should really go under, though? Okay, well, I do have the research. Surprisingly, I have the research. So I don't have any red steel. Okay. Well, maybe I could swap that instead for a larger chest. Then the actual chest won't be emitting a redstone signal. So now I just need to figure out what I need to set this. I feel like this is going to have... Well, I could trick it, actually. And I think it is based on the slots and not how many are in the slots. Zero. Can it not read from the slightly large chest? I'm surprised that I can still open that chest, actually. Honestly, at this rate, I might as well just use applied energistics to do it. You know what? I feel like that would be a lot easier. Okay, lock that. So you need to extract on black with a redstone signal. You extract on yellow. with a redstone signal again. Save all of this. Yeah, I'm just going to put it into a subnet. Make it a subnet. If the thorium fuel rod is below a threshold, it will just turn it off. Go there. Right, that's the internal of the reactor done. Okay, so hello, creeper. No, do not. Where do these creepers keep coming from? They just keep showing up in the base. Right, I will need storage bus and a level emitter. What sign is the P2P network? We're going to say that subnets are going to start off with purple. Come on, quartz fiber. Oh, there we go. Can actually lock both of them. Right, so this will be if levels are above or equal. So if I say that to thorium. Actually, I wonder if that will actually work. Emit when greater than 0. So what if it is 0? Okay, that doesn't do anything. Let's say... when they're... No, it needs to be above or equal to 6. That works, so as soon as it goes under, it turns off the fuel extraction. I don't know, I think that will work. Yeah, so that's the fuel. And it shouldn't be able... That should just pop in a new fuel rod. Well, this one needs to go... So every 5 seconds it checks. It's nervous. I'm nervous to turn this on. I mean, it shouldn't overheat. It shouldn't explode. Oh wait, yeah, that's fine. So core temperature should be fine. Yeah, it's going to go a little bit slow because of the core temperature. But hopefully that should be it's the counter working. Right, let's just turn that off. I was going to do it on the top, wasn't I? I'm going to save that for another stream, though, because I do actually have to go now. Unfortunately. I'm very happy with how sort of progression-wise, though. I nearly have it set up. This very confusing automation. Full automation is what I'm going for. Right, I will have a look at a raid. See if there's anyone I can raid to today. I'll do a random potato raid today. Right, take care everyone, enjoy the rest of your day and have a good weekend.